Welcome. My name is Brianna Routh, and I'm with Montana State University Extension. Today, I'm joined by Dr. Heather Voorhees, Assistant Professor in Communication Studies at University of Montana with a specific interest in health communication.
Well, this is one of those super fun topics that everyone loves talking about with their family and friends, right? But it's an important one. So, just like other, kind of not controversial, but other maybe sensitive personal topics, I think it's really important, first and foremost, to understand um, that if you disagree with someone about something, the issue usually isn't that they're uninformed or that they feel that they're uninformed, right? So our first instinct is to always, I'll just send them a bunch of stories and then that'll change their mind and they'll see that they're wrong. And I really encourage you not to do that. You really can't educate someone out of their point of view. Okay. Research has shown that actually, the more information that you give to someone and the more that you try to sort of teach them into a different way of thinking, actually, the more they resist that message, both physically and mentally and emotionally. There's a term called psychological reactants. And what that is when someone feels that their sense of freedom or their sense of control is being taken away or threatened, they will inherently go into kind of fight or flight mode. So they'll mentally kind of close down. They may physically avoid. They're just really pushing back. Anyone who has ever raised a toddler or spent time around a toddler understands that you can't just tell someone what to do, right? That's a really good example of reactance. And so think of it that way. We're all wired that way. Think about your own self, right? When someone tells you you're wrong and you should think about it this way, what's the first thing you do? You think, get out of here, right? So I think it's really tempting for us to try to teach people that we love into a new way of thinking. I really discourage you from trying that because it's not going to work, and typically it's going to backfire. So what I would say instead of trying to sort of prove someone wrong or giving them information to get you on their side, um, this is really hard. But number one, I think you just have to listen, and listen without judgment and really understand where someone is coming from, because we like to think that we know what's going through other people's heads, right? Well, so and so voted for candidate X. That means that they really hate the environment. And it's like, well, other people have different perspectives and we don't live inside their heads. So we don't truly understand their motivations for thinking or behaving in the ways that they do. So if you want to really start that conversation, the number one thing you need to do is to listen to what other people are saying and to how they're explaining it, so that you truly understand what is behind their behavior, what is behind their line.